expert.
And I'm Chuck, the Newtonian expert.
And we're here to show you how science is related to soccer. What's going out there? To start off, you need to know what speed, acceleration, and velocity are. Speed is the rate of change in motion. Speed describes how fast something's moving. Like when I run to the soccer ball, I start out slow, but then I pick up speed to get to the soccer ball. Velocity describes both speed and direction. Like when I'm going to kick the soccer ball, I run with the soccer ball in a particular direction, east in my case, and I make the goal. Goal!
How do speed and velocity differ?
Thanks for asking, Chuck. Although they both calculate using the same units, the two are different in that speed describes how fast an object moves and velocity describes how fast an object moves and the direction it moves in.
Acceleration is the rate at which velocity changes over time. Like if I'm running to an opponent and he's trying to take the ball, I either have to run north and kick the ball away from him, or east and get the ball away from him to score!
To calculate average speed, you take your total distance divided by the time it took you to get there. So it took me 5.83 seconds to get 10 meters. Now if you calculate that out, that equals 1.72 meters per second. But you have to put it in sig figs, so that would be 2 meters per second.
Under the pale moon, where I see a lot of stars.
What's Newton's first law of motion?
Good question, Jeff. Newton's first law states that an object in motion stays in motion and an object at rest stays at rest, unless an object experiences an external net force. For example, this ball right here, when it's at rest, it stays at rest, but when I kick it, it wants to keep in motion until an external net force acts upon it.
What's Newton's second law of motion?
Newton's second law is the net force acting upon an object, which causes the object to accelerate in a direction of the net force.
How do force and mass affect acceleration?
If the more mass there is, the more force is required to make it accelerate. Or make the mass go farther, you need to add more acceleration. These big people need more force to get more acceleration. And this skinny person needs less force to get the same acceleration.
What is inertia?
Inertia is resistance of change in motion in an object. So like when I kick this ball, the ball will want to keep on going, but then friction makes it stop.
What is Newton's third law of motion?
Newton's third law says if there is a force, then there's always one equal and opposite force. So if Cole kicks the ball at me, and I block the ball hits my hand and the hand hits the ball.
Today we learned that science plays a big role in the game of soccer, like how speed, velocity, and acceleration will affect how fast the ball moves and how fast the player will run.
And how Newton's first, second, third laws of motion affect how playing the ground and the force you put on the ball. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
Actually, never mind. That's better. You can talk.
Wow,
Because I can just put it on mute.
you're recording us.
Yeah. Equal and opposite force.
What are those?
I won't get mad.
I won't get mad for
I
going
won't
down.
get mad either.
The ball away from him to score.
Can you call?
Really? Kick east in my case, and I make the goal. Goal!